I'm John Proxy, and I'm having an adventure in the Stanley Parable, yes. That's where I am. And I'm quite worried now that I'm going to accidentally do the same ending twice. But he's going to give me the choice. So let's
Stanley
take the left one and let's go up the
doors,
stairs.
He entered the door on his left.
And then see if I can split up from there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hope coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, I can go in there. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what that's what the boss chose. Okay. Extreme bathrooms. Strange. Ooh. Yeah, see, I didn't even know I could open the doors for the first time around. It's a business strategy. Shoot pandas. Oh, I didn't see that one either. I am the most expensive boss. Well, seem to have found a new place. That's good. Was worried for a second. Haven't heard the voice in a while. So this is the Stanley... I keep forgetting the name of the Stanley Parable, yes. Just trying to find endings. It's interesting. It cost me like £8, so... I hope there's a lot more endings. I think there's like 30. Is the narrator humming? I think he is. Wow. He was right, this does feel like it goes on forever. Hang on. Does it just go nowhere? See, I'm on video, so I don't want to kind of sit here for 10 minutes to hope it goes somewhere. But it appears it does that. Alright, let's go into the boss's room.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
not type that
Stanley
in
couldn't
I couldn't possibly have known
this.
that.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 28. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a 2845.
Right, it really wants me to press in 2845. I'm not going to do it. No. Ah, see? Yeah.
For But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, what did
is that a different decision or what? Doesn't look like a different decision. It's humorous nonetheless to try and rebel. There's nothing over there. Right. If this takes me to the monitor area, I guess I'll press the other button at the end there. See, this is loading rather than saying that it's never ending. That's how I tell the difference.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
no, I'm going to escape.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get
I'm
back
definitely
on
going to
track.
die.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
There it goes. Did Stanley randomly commit suicide for no reason? If it so happens I repeat myself, I probably just won't put that video up. Ooh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I don't think so. Oh. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Well, you're a narrator as well.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
There's all the nature paintings from the game. That's his cubicle. That's cool. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors that was first part of the game was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development. Through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Right, so and there's the two doors. The set of two doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. It's interesting. It's the office. I don't know what that means. I wonder what's up there. The filing cabinets and office computers. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesized tone. Fair enough. Here's some credits for the game. There we go. The impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. There we go. So I managed to find the credits. Just going to see what's up there. Quickly. It's nothing. Looks very nice though. Of course I have another choice, left or right. Let's go left first. See where it takes me. The office. Maintenance room. This is an early version of the maintenance room. There's a fax machine. Some posters. Let's look at the posters. Someone could just get rid of this text maybe, then I could see what the game is about. The point of the point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to lose. The point of Stanley Parable HD remix is to win. These screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix: more endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was the clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Right. In September... Oh, I can press the thing. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight. Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which was still enough to win the community's approval. Wow. Fair enough. So that's the office. Let's take a left again. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we initially planned to use these for further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of the emails. So from Sergei Medvedko asking the narrator, oh damn, Lance Perkins. For instance, on the scale of Max Ernst to Salvatore Dali, how surreal will this game be? Were you born a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician? Okay. This is just a load of random emails. I don't need to go through all these. So I've sort of found the developer room. Might as well have a little bit of explore. So there's cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. The cargo lift was always intended to offer choice of staying or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we wanted the option of the player to falling to their death. You see, I've not done that yet. Not done that. I'm getting a bit lost here. So, meeting room. So, these are my different options I could have taken, I reckon, I imagine. Right. The flow of the hallways following the first few doors was always important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed the number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. So, oh yes, of course. Yes. If you see, like, obey took me to the staircase, I disobeyed, and they gave me the option to go through maintenance to go back, which is what I did. Right. I may have to investigate that at some point. So I'm getting all the secrets. I don't know if I want to know all this yet. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what colour the lever they pulled. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. The Game is now paused. Beginning the game again. Resume the game. Okay, yes, this is the escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realised this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. This is the countdown room. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. I think I got that first. Here's the countdown desk. There's apparently a countdown ending. I'm a bit lost. Freedom ending. I think I might have forgotten some things. That's the office clock. This is boss's office. Screen some development of boss's office. It was different. Ooh, this is the other way. Alright, so, yes. So this is the developer ending, I guess. So, monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with the freedom above and the countdown below. We've abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what up was and what down, and placed the two endings together instead. I may as well make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, game design mock-up. This is the level William, the designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level's got William hired to design the full game. Much of the environment has changed, but the basic layout of the mock-up is still the same. I think I've got everything now. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office. Fair enough. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. Let's take the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I guess I've got to turn the Stanley Parable off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
I don't know. She told me to press quit. I could save.
Stop now. It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I mean, I don't know if quitting would have... I mean, it would have been very clever, but it did say it was sort of frustrating for people to do that in the earlier bit. Also, it's not loading the new game again, so I'm not sure what's going on. This would be a terrible game to have crashing issues. Just be sitting there on your desktop going, am I still playing? That's basically what I feel like now. I can't tell if the game's ended or not. I think I have to quit the game. Yeah. That's kind of clever. Right. Because I don't have any choice. Right, well, I've been John Proxy having an adventure in the Stanley Parable, and